I feel the need to give a disclaimer about this video, and that is to say that there is a lot of complaining and whining like a spoiled little brat. There is. I'm sorry, I wouldn't want to watch a video of someone whining and complaining either. So I'm sorry about that. But if I don't get this off my chest, I think I will actually explode. And if it helps at all, what I will do is I'll make the first half of the video me whining and complaining, and then I'll make the second half of the video like more fun, and I'll show you what I got for Christmas. Am I essentially bribing you to listen to me complain? Kinda. Also, Happy New Year. I probably should have started with that at the beginning of the video, but yes, Happy New Year. Today is New Year's Eve, so you'll probably be watching this video on New Year's Day or the day afterwards. So Happy New Year. And I said in my hallway decorating video a few weeks ago that I would try to remember to make a Christmas cocktail in my neglected cocktail glasses. So this is my cocktail that I made. It's a dirty martini, but I don't like olives, but I wish that I did, because it just would look so much cooler with olives, wouldn't it? But I don't. But I did add this red edible glitter to try and make it like Christmassy themed, but don't you think it went a bit like vampire themed instead? I mean, I'm not mad about it, but I don't know how Christmassy it looks or appetizing. Can you see that it's like sparkly? Is that showing up for you? I don't know if I'm necessarily a martini person, but it's nice to try things. And Blossom painted my nails this morning with her new sparkly red nail polish. So I'm like super Christmas themed, you know? Okay, so my long and winding story of complaints starts back in November when my entire family caught the flu. Obviously, we've had colds before, like even really, really bad colds, but the flu, and Andy and the kids also got the flu, right? And it's one thing to be sick, and then it's an entirely different thing to be sick at the same time as your children. I was actually thinking about this at the height of our sickness. You know how in America they give teenagers baby dolls, like robot baby dolls to look after, to teach them about how hard parenthood is in order to like stop them having unprotected sex and stuff like that. And they also have TV shows like Teen Mom, which is supposed to make teenagers realize how hard parenthood is and like, you know, use contraception and stuff like that, right? They've got it all wrong. They've got it all wrong. If you don't want teenagers to have unprotected sex, all you need to do is wait until that teenager is sick. Say they have the stomach flu or the flu or any type of bug, okay? And then give them a child that is also sick to look after. They will never, ever, ever want to have sex again. I can guarantee that with 100% certainty. Where are you going to get 100% certainty from? Only here with my method. It is a form of torture. They could use it as a form of torture in the FBI. I'm being serious. Being sick at the same time as your children being sick, both you and your partner being sick at the same time as your children being sick, it's psychological warfare, man. It's intense. So we're all sick, right? All in varying degrees. Like some people had more fatigue, and then some people had more body aches and chills. Some people had chest infections. So although we're all sick, it was in different ways, which made it harder in itself. But then to add to this torture is Christmas time. So for the kids, this didn't really mean anything. It just meant that they got to stay home from school for several weeks before they were already off school for the Christmas holidays. So even though they were sick, they had like a massive month-long break from school. For me, this was hell on earth. I'm sorry, that sounds bad. Like I'm saying being with my kids for a month is hell on earth. How can I word that better? Being sick with my kids whilst they are sick and not at school for a month was hell on earth. Let me give you some background though, so you can really understand my misery. I am obsessed with Christmas. I always have been since I was like a little tiny kid. Love Christmas. I love every single thing about it. The smells, the lights, the gifts, the planning, the preparation, the food. There's not one part of Christmas that I dislike. Even parts like traffic jams and long queues in shops. I don't care. I love it all because it's Christmas time, right? Anybody that knows me knows I love Christmas, and most people get me like Christmas jumpers and Grinch stuff and Polar Express stuff for my Christmas gifts because they know I love Christmas, right? Everybody knows that about me. I love Christmas. Also, it's important to note that my main love language is gift giving. I'm not an overly affectionate person, so all of my love is expressed through gifts. Traditionally, in November and December, I'll set aside a night at the weekend as my gift organization night. So, say it's like every Friday night, what I'll do is grab all the little gifts that I've bought over the past few months for everybody. I bring them all together and then I go to my basket collection and I'll pick a basket that will suit each person, bring it in, and then I go through all the gifts and I organize their gifts in their little gift basket. And then sometimes you might swap people's gifts because you're like, actually, I think you'd like this and you'd like that. And then every weekend you have like a new little thing to add, right? Because you found something cooler. Sometimes you even change the basket, the gift basket that you're given, because you want the basket to match the person's home aesthetic so they can continue to use the basket even after Christmas. So it's a lot of like consideration and planning and thought goes into it. And I love it. That is like my idea of the perfect night. You know, planning everybody's little gifts, making it look cute in the gift hamper. I love it. I just think that's the best thing in the entire world, okay? I'm just setting the stage for you so you can really understand why I'm complaining as much as I am. And obviously, you can give gifts throughout the year as well. You got birthdays, Halloween, Valentine's Day, Easter. You can find pretty random reasons to give gifts to people if you really want to. But Christmas is like coming home to the mothership. It's a pièce de resistance of the year if you're a gift giver. You know, that's the time you look forward to all year round. But we were so sick. We were so sick, okay? I couldn't go shopping at all, and I honestly barely had the motivation to do online shopping. It's not the same. Online shopping, it's not the same. I know some people don't like to go Christmas shopping, like in physical shops, because it's like, you know, traffic and long queues and like a lot of people and stuff like that. To me, that's like part of the Christmas magic, having to queue up, the hustle and the bustle. I do wonder if that's like showing my age a lot. Also, I watched a lot of old Christmas movies as a child. So I think I've conditioned myself to think that waiting in queues for a long time and your kids' toy that they want on their Christmas list selling out and you having to hunt around town to try and find one. Yeah, I'm still living in that world, even though you can just order everything on Amazon. But it's just not the same. I don't enjoy it. I did not enjoy it. Mm-mm-mm. So, like, it was fair to say that I was really missing the Christmas shopping experience. It was depressing, man. Shopping on Amazon, it was so sad. And then, me and the kids, Andy had to go back to work, right? Because he runs a business, he has to like keep things going. So he had to keep going through the work, God help him. But me and the kids, we were just laid out on the sofa. We watched every movie possible. We actually ended up watching this TV show. That's how you know you're like really sick. When you start watching these TV shows and afterwards you're like, what the hell was that? We watched this show. I don't know if it was maybe Japanese, maybe, and it has their voices are dubbed over. All right, and not very well either. It's not dubbed over in a very effective way. I think I swear to God, one episode was 3 hours long, and we watched it wholeheartedly. That's how you know you're really sick. So even though it was like online shopping and it's easy and you're just there on your phone, just flipping through and stuff like that, I still just didn't have the energy and the motivation for it. All we wanted to do was sleep and like lay around and watch trash TV. There was no motivation. Dare I say there was no Christmas spirit? Because there wasn't any. It was so sad. Decorating for Christmas is obviously something I super enjoy as well, and I look forward to it all year round. I plan to add new things every year, and I like to like give myself challenges of things that are like a little bit more complex that I've never done before and stuff. It's just really fun. It's like my ultimate hobby, you know what I mean? And I decorate for my own fun because I love it, and I also decorate for my kids because who doesn't love to see little kids' faces when you switch the lights on and their faces light up. It's so lovely. So I decorate for me and the kids, but this year had like a new layer of excitement because even though my kids do love the decorations and they help me, they decorate the tree and they like to do DIYs and like crafts with me and stuff, they're not really that interested in how I make things or how cheap I got the thing in the charity shop. They don't really care about that. they pretend to and they cheer me on, but they don't really care about that. And I'm aware of that, you know what I mean? So this year, having you guys to share things with, like to share my crafts and to share my thrifty finds with, it was just like, that was just so awesome to me. It felt so good and I was so excited for it. Like even before Halloween ended, I was like, yes, I can't wait for this. I had all these plans and all these ideas. I couldn't wait to do it. And then everything was crushed. And to be honest with you, at first when we got sick, it was like the second week of November. And I was like, you know what, this is really like interrupting my plans and stuff. But I thought, it's fine. We'll be sick for like a week or two, and then I can just rush and try and get everything done quickly, and I'll still be able to do all of my plans. Obviously, that was a pipe dream. It was sad because in my office, I have like a box of all the craft supplies that I got for all the DIY and craft stuff that I had planned to do for my videos and to share with you guys, and like just stuff I want to do around the house and stuff. And then just seeing that box like sit there and gather dust the whole month, that was kind of sad. Now, to be fair, there were random days where we felt better and we weren't as sick, right? Which was good because then I could like quickly put the Christmas tree up or quickly decorate somewhere, put lights up or something like that. You know, do whatever I could really quickly in that one day of feeling better. But it was also bad because it was like a trick. We would think, oh, we're getting better now. Look, we feel better. And then the next day, you were even worse. So it was just this whole like mind game thing with the flu. It was terrible. And then after a while of this happening, we kind of just gave up hope. And on the days where we felt better, we didn't enjoy it because we were like, no, I'm gonna feel terrible again tomorrow. I knew this trick. So yeah, it was very complex. The emotions and the mindset behind this whole flu situation. Honestly, it just goes to show you how sick we were, because if I didn't have kids, I don't think I would have decorated at all. I don't think I would have like pushed myself or motivated myself to do it. But I've always decorated since my kids were born. I've always like decorated in a big way. So I didn't want to like, you know, ruin Christmas for them. So any chance that we got and any energy that we did have, we poured it into still trying to make everything fun and Christmassy, even though the kids were just as sick and had absolutely no interest. But we tried our best. So you've got the picture, okay? We're all sick, forced into miserable online shopping, decorating here and there where we could, barely enjoying it. And then came the final straw that broke the camel's back. Our brand new tumble dryer broke down. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Melissa, machines break down, you know, it's just a part of life. To let that bother you so much and like upset you so much. Come on, and I totally agree. I totally agree. In any other circumstance, I would totally agree with you. But let me give you another long and winding backstory, okay? We've never had a brand new tumble dryer before. The washing machine that we have right now, Andy's grandparents left in this house when they both passed away, right? It was bought in the 1980s. It is a really good tumble dryer, it's a really good make, and I imagine it was like really expensive when they bought it new. But it is 45 years old now, okay? And I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not complaining at all. That washing machine is a loyal workhorse. It has never let us down, never misses a beat, just goes. And I put the thing through hell. Can you imagine all the things that I put in the washing machine? It's constantly worked to its limit and it never lets us down. So I'm not bashing it at all. But the tumble dryer is a different story. All right, we always bought secondhand cheap tumble dryers because I swear to God, it's like an inside joke all the household appliances have with each other. That the oven says to the tumble dryer, "Did you hear that the clutch in their car broke and they gotta fix it and it's really expensive?" And then the tumble dryer laughs and says, "It's my time to shine." Okay, and then the tumble dryer breaks down. So every single time we had a tumble dryer and it broke down, it would always be at the same time that we had some other massive bill that had to get paid. So there was just nothing left over for the tumble dryer. So we would just get cheap secondhand tumble dryers, right? And honestly, that's not really that big of a deal, okay? Some of them we had, they lasted for years, they were really good, and we got them for barely anything. So I'm not really complaining about it. But the one we just got before this brand new one, we got it for £50 on Facebook Marketplace, which, I mean, you can't complain anyway, can you? But we had it for about 2 weeks and then it broke down. And lucky for us, Andy's like really handy. So he went and got the parts from the hardware shop. He took the whole machine apart and then he fixed it, right? God help him. And then about 6 months later, it broke down again. Andy took it apart and fixed it. And then probably another 6 months later, it broke down. Andy tried to fix it and we can't fix it. It was scrap. So fair dues, we got about a year out of it, minus all the blood, sweat and tears repairing it. But Andy's real good like that. Like he can fix almost anything. It's extremely useful. It's awesome. But at this point, we've had so many secondhand tumble dryers. Andy could go into business fixing tumble dryers if he wanted to, because you're just always repairing them and fixing them and replacing them, right? So this time when it broke down, we were actually like, hey, there's no massive bills. So the Cosmic Alliance has set us up to say, actually, you should buy a brand new tumble dryer. So we had the discussion and we finally were like, you know what, let's just invest in a new tumble dryer, like a good quality new tumble dryer, so that Andy's not constantly having to fix them and I'm not constantly having to figure out how I can dry clothes in winter in Northern Ireland without a tumble dryer. Okay, it starts to get annoying. Also, I know there's like a thing in society where it's like you shouldn't talk about how much things cost, and it's like gauche, is that like word gauche? It's like people, you shouldn't talk about how much things cost. I don't really agree with that, and I think that it's really useful for everybody if we just be transparent about money and stuff. And also, we're kind of going through like a crisis in the world where social media is just lots of people flaunting wealth, but in reality it's like it's not real wealth and a lot of it's debt and stuff like that. So I think if we could all just be a little more transparent about how much money we have or how much money we spend on things, it would probably just be better for everybody overall. So to be totally transparent with you, the tumble dryer was £400, which I know some people will hear that and be like, that's not expensive. And some people will hear that and be like, that's really expensive, right? But when we were looking for tumble dryers, there was such a massive range. You could get one for £150 and you could get one for £2,000. A £2,000 tumble dryer. I tell you what, give me the £2,000 and I'll come to your house and hand dry your clothes, fold them and put them away. And I'll leave a little chocolate mint on your pillow as well. £2,000 a tumble dryer. That's madness to me. That's just crazy. But, to be fair, £2,000 tumble dryers probably don't break down. So look, we went with the £400 tumble dryer because it was like in the middle and it was in our price range as well. And £400 is nothing to be like sniffed at. Do you know what I mean? It's still a lot of money to spend. So we thought, okay, we bought a brand new tumble dryer. It's £400. If we get 3-4 years out of it and it doesn't give any problems, that'll be really helpful for us. It will stop sucking up all of our time and energy, right? No, that's not how it went at all. So we got the tumble dryer and it was awesome for about 3 weeks, and then it broke down and the engineer came out and looked at it and he diagnosed it and he said the motherboard had blown and they had to order parts for it, okay? This was at the beginning of December and they have still not come out and fixed it. So the whole of December, it's winter in Northern Ireland, it's freezing cold. And we've had Christmas and we've all had the flu. So I'm trying to like wash blankets, wash everybody's bedding, wash towels, to try to like flush out the germs and the disease in our home, like try and get us all better quicker, you know what I mean? And I've nowhere to dry anything. It was just really terrible timing. It was such bad timing for it to break down over Christmas, but then to break down over Christmas when we all had the flu. It was just like, why, universe? Why? I was already being tested. My patients were being tested so much already. Why did you have to add that on top of the pile? Unnecessary. So my house is just filled with clothes horses. Everywhere you look, there's clothes drying. Every radiator is covered in clothes. Everywhere, there's just clothes drying everywhere. It's almost like, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, the original movie, when he goes to visit his mum and she's like in the big giant pot mixing the boiling water with the clothes and there's just clothes hanging everywhere and washing lines everywhere. That's my house right now, okay? And it's driving me crazy. Thank God my mother-in-law has a tumble dryer and she's been really kind and she's been drying our bed sheets and our towels for us, because I think that would like tip me over the edge to lose my mind to try to hand dry all of the bed sheets and towels. And obviously, because we were all sick, we ended up having to like cancel all of our normal Christmas plans. We usually go to like, big long walks in the forest and stuff, and we go around seeing all the different Christmas lights in neighborhoods and in the city and stuff. We just, even if we wanted to, we couldn't, but nobody wanted to because we were just so sick. It was terrible. So because we were sick, we also missed a lot of things, obviously. Normally we have like plans we go to and we go around the neighborhoods and see all the lights switched on. We go for like long forest walks and stuff like that. We couldn't do anything. Even if we wanted to, nobody wanted to. It was horrible. We were so sick. But the saddest thing that we missed out on was my daughter's little concert at school. And she was the last one of us to get sick. It was actually looking for a while like she wasn't going to get sick at all, and that she had somehow managed to not catch the flu whatsoever, right? And then 3 days before her concert, she woke up in the morning, came in the living room and sat on the sofa, and then went straight back to sleep. And she never in her life since she was born would nap or would go back to sleep. So I instantly was like, oh, I think it's happening. But then, we're all trying to be hopeful. So it was like, well, she's maybe just tired. She's probably just tired. And then she slept for like 24 hours. And then it was obvious that she wasn't just tired. And then every day she just got sicker and sicker. It was so sad. So she couldn't go to her concert because we were sick, but we also had really sore throats, chest infections and stuff. So she couldn't sing, nothing at all. So she missed her little concert. It was the saddest thing you've ever seen in your whole life. It was terrible. So I think that might be the end of my complaining. Do I have anything else to complain about? I don't think so. No, I think that's it. I think that's the end of the complaining. So thank you for listening to that. I physically feel lighter. So let's turn this frown upside down and let's look for the positives in the experience, which is, even though it was our probably most miserable Christmas, as in, we all had no energy. We could barely move. We were all just very sad and just wanted to sleep all the time. Even though that was happening, I am pretty proud of us, especially me and Andy, because obviously, it's our responsibility to make Christmas happen. And I feel like even though we were quite sick, we still pulled it off. We decorated and we did all the crafts and the baking and stuff, and we got all the things with Santa sorted out and gifts and stuff sorted out. So even though we really didn't want to, we did. So I'm proud of us for persevering and pushing through. And I will say that there's something special about the afterglow, okay? This happens every time. Like when you have a toothache and your tooth is like killing you for days and days, and then you finally get to go to the dentist and the dentist fix it. And then almost immediately once you leave the dentist, you're just so filled with gratitude of just not being in pain, just being healthy and being able to function and not having to take loads of painkillers, right? And that goes on for like days, doesn't it? Afterwards, you're like, on a high, like, I am so grateful for not being in pain. This is amazing. I can't be the only person that has that, right? You must feel that sometimes too. So I always try to tell myself that when we're sick as well. If I'm sick or the kids are sick, I'll tell the kids, think about how great it'll be when we feel better. We'll have so much like gratitude and appreciation for being healthy and being able to do things that we want to do again. This is teaching us to be really grateful and appreciative of our good health. And I feel like because this flu went on for so long, but it's made the gratitude for being healthy magnified by 10. So we're all right now, we're all getting better, we're all pretty much at 100% now. And like our gratitude and appreciation for our health and moving our bodies and going outside and not coughing is like so incredible. We feel amazing, we feel like we're like superhuman, And I ended up getting a chest infection, which then led to laryngitis. So there was a week where I completely lost my voice, couldn't speak whatsoever. Obviously the kids loved that, but they weren't even doing anything naughty or anything that I had to tell them off about, because we're all just laying on the sofa, sick as dogs, watching movies. But, they still liked it that I couldn't talk. And then even after my voice started to come back, it was like a tiny whisper. I could barely speak. Even now, it's like not even 100%. But I am already so grateful to be able to talk again, because people were calling me on the phone and had to get my son to answer and say, yeah, my mummy can't talk, she's lost her voice, you know? So just being able to answer the phone and answer the door and talk to people again, I'm super grateful of just having a voice again. It feels awesome. Even being able to just go outside again, because we all had terrible sore throats and coughs. So as soon as you go outside, the cold air would just, it was terrible. You couldn't go outside, honestly. So now all of us being able to take the dogs a walk, we're all like amazed, you know. We're just like so grateful and happy to be out of the house and breathing fresh air again and stuff, you know. And the dogs as well, God help them, they probably thought we'd become vampires or something. I do wish that it had passed before Christmas, because you know, it's just nice for the kids to be able to have like all their energy and stuff and all their excitement opening their presents on Christmas Day. We did have a lot of fun as well, but it would have been nice for them to be like in their full health to enjoy it. So I do wish it had passed before Christmas, but I think that like the universe has set it up in some type of way, because today is New Year's Eve and the past few days we've all been gradually getting to almost 100% better. And I feel like that's not a coincidence, because now it's going to be New Year's Eve and we're all so like happy and appreciative of just being in good health, that coming into the new year, it's like such a happy, upbeat, motivated mindset to go into it with, you know what I mean? So tonight for New Year's Eve, we're just gonna have a little party in the house. That's what we always do, me and Andy and the kids. I have like, you know, like party food and sweets and stuff like that. We've got some balloons and some party poppers for when it's midnight, and we'll watch on the TV. We watch all the fireworks from different cities all over the world. That's what we always do, and then we do the countdown. So we're all very excited for it. And before the midnight, on the lead up to the actual midnight, what we do is we'll sit down and look at our little dream boards we made last New Year's Eve and tick off any goals that we achieved, and then we'll make our new dream boards for this year coming. So I feel like it's aligned perfectly with us feeling better and being like so energized and motivated, and now we're going to sit down and plan out our goals for the coming year. You know, I think it's worked out quite well. So before I go, because Andy and the kids are going to be back any minute now, and then we're going to like get started on all our New Year's festivities, would you like to see what I got for Christmas? All right, I'll start with the gifts that Andy and the kids got me, because they're super adorable. Number one, they got me Britney Spears perfume, which I love. I love it for the bottle and the smell. It's just so beautiful. Britney Spears, they can never make me hate you. Absolutely love it. I love all Britney Spears perfume. And then I actually got another perfume. This wasn't a gift for me though. My daughter got this from Santa. It's like a little kid's perfume, you know? You see it's like a pretty unicorn, but it smells like, oh, it smells so good. It smells like watermelon and magic. Oh, it's so good. She hates it. She hates the smell of it. She doesn't like it at all. So she gave it to me as another gift. So I actually got 2 perfumes. And look how cute they are. Isn't that going to look so pretty on my dressing table? I love pink. Yeah, I think I should tell you that now before we start in. There's a lot of pink. I love pink. Okay, what else did Andy and the kids get me? They also got me this absolutely gorgeous notebook. I'm a real sucker for stationery and notebooks, especially fancy ones. This one's from TK Maxx. That's how you know it's fancy, okay? Leather side, magnetic, and it has like this gold, can you see it, the gold metal leaf? It's so beautiful. And the sides of the pages are gold. Okay, what am I, a rich lady in Beverly Hills? So beautiful, so beautiful. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this notebook as my like goals motivation notebook, because they gave me it this Christmas and now it's New Year's. So I think I'm going to use it, or I might use it for a gratitude journal. Either way. But isn't it so beautiful? I love it. They also got me this candle. Beautiful. But you see it's like neutral color leopard print and then like a wooden top. Very fancy. It smells gorgeous. And this works perfectly with the notepad, because I like to have a certain candle for an activity that I'm doing, right? So if I'm writing in my gratitude journal, I used to have a green candle in my office and I would light it and then do my gratitude journal. And that's the only time I would light that candle. So I could like condition myself to, every time I smelt it, it was like instant like gratitude and appreciation and love and happy vibes, right? But my candle, obviously eventually it burns out and it's finished. And that happened last month. So they've got me this one and the notepad. So I feel like it's perfectly set up. So this can be my new gratitude candle. very excited. Oh God, who doesn't love a new candle and a new notepad? I mean, they're probably the most ideal gifts anyone could ever have, I feel like. Okay, and then this gift here is just from Andy. He got me it a few months ago, and then he kept it when he was on a business trip in Scotland. And it's from Tinker Tailor, which I think is like a fancy jeweler's. Because when you smell it, it smells like a fancy jeweler's. It's a really hard smell to explain. A mix of like suede and leather and metal. It's very hard to explain, okay? But it's super beautiful. It's a Christmas tree ornament. Isn't it so gorgeous? But I love keepsake ornaments. I think it's so beautiful and just so like special, you know? So Andy got me that one, so that'll be added to my collection and kept forever. And it's sweet as well because he got it like months ago, you know, and he's not really like someone that would like plan Christmas far in advance. So for him to see that when he was on a business trip and then buy it and keep it all this time is quite special. And then obviously I love Christmas decorations, right? So every year Andy and the kids, they get me like some little decorations to add to my collection. This year it was these little tiny ceramic houses. You can put tea lights in them so they light up. But you see how they're like white neutral colours? Very fancy, very modern. There's 3 of them. Aren't they so adorable? I had them on the windowsill on Christmas Day with candles in them. And then they also got me these gorgeous Christmas trees to go with them. So it's like a little village. These 3 are ceramic. And then these 2 are wooden Christmas trees. They also got me this little ornament because it's got a dad and a son on the swing and a mum and a daughter on the seat. Just like our family. Isn't that so cute? Now this one does have a Dalmatian dog. We have a Dalmatian cross, and then another 2 dogs as well. So, you know, you can't have everything. But isn't it so cute, our little family scene? Then they also got me these gorgeous pinstripe pink satin pajamas. Absolutely love them, gorgeous. Any satin pajamas, absolutely love. And then to add to the gorgeousness, they also got me a pink fluffy heart dressing gown. Who am I? Elle Macpherson, absolutely beautiful. Something I love about getting jammies as Christmas presents is I wear my jammies way more than I wear normal clothing. Like as soon as I come home, I'm not going outside again, into my jammies. If we're at home and we're not going out for the day, it's jammies all day. Me and the kids, we all know the rules. We're all on our jammies as soon as possible. But yeah, if I'm buying myself jammies in a shop, I will only buy jammies that I find on sale and they're like 90% on sale. It doesn't matter what they look like. They can like complete trash. All that matters is they are as cheap as possible, and that's the jammies that I buy for myself. I love to buy my kids like soft and pretty pajamas, but for me, it's just like, who cares? Do you know what I mean? So I'll just buy the cheapest jammies possible. But then at Christmas time, I ask everyone to get me jammies. People say, what do you want? I want pajamas. Get me pajamas, okay? And then people buy you like these fancy full price pajamas. It's so nice. The luxury, it's so fancy. I absolutely love it. So I did not get disappointed this year. Between Andy and the kids and my sisters, I got so many pairs of like fancy luxury pajamas that I would never buy myself. I would just never do that. And that takes me on to my next set of gifts, which is from my older sister. So she asked me what I wanted and I said, can you get me like some really nice lip gloss? Because I don't know, when I was younger and like a teenager and a young adult, I always wore lip gloss all the time. Also, this particular older sister taught me to always wear lip gloss because she always did. And then as I've gotten older, I had like a lip balm phase, and now I don't do anything. I don't do anything. And the other day, my daughter said to me, why are your lips so dry and cracked? And that was all I needed to hear. Okay, so I got to start getting back in to the lip balm and the lip gloss. So I asked my sister to get me some lip gloss and she did not disappoint. She got me a lip balm, a rose scented lip balm to start. And then she also got me a juicy coconut oil lip gloss. This is incredible. I've already opened it and used it. So that's why it's like stained from my makeup. Smells so good, feels so good. Oh, I've missed lip gloss. That's so awesome. Okay, and then my sister also got me beautiful pajamas and she got me gorgeous pink fluffy slippers. And then another one of my sisters got me these beautiful jammies, which I'm just like, it's so adorable. Look at me. What am I, an influencer? An Instagram influencer? Oh, so fancy. That same sister also got me a lip balm. I didn't ask her for that, but obviously I'm like thinking about it and manifesting it. So it looks like a normal little pot of lip balm, right? But look when you open it. You open it up and this comes out. It's like your little honey scoop that you have in honey pots. So cute. And this one smells lovely and feels lovely as well. Really beautiful. So I got 3 lip balms in the end. Manifestation. Okay, now my last gift from Andy and the kids comes in this beautiful gift box. It even says on the back, reuse me, and gives you ideas what to reuse the box for. I will be reusing this box 100% because it's adorable. Let me show you what's inside. So they're beautiful crystal. They're Christmas wreaths with the bow, right? But don't you think I could wear them throughout the year as well? Because they're just so adorable and cute. I'm going to wear them tonight. Okay. Super beautiful and gorgeous. I'm editing this video and I realised that I forgot to show you 2 really amazing gifts that I got because I'd already taken them away and started using them. The first one is this, which my older sister also made for me. She made this herself, okay? So you could try to run it this if you want it just to be an apron, but do it like this. My chicken eggs. It's an apron for collecting my chicken's eggs. How cool is that? She made this herself for me. Okay, and my very last gift is this purse, which Andy got me. It's Juicy Couture. It's gorgeous. Obviously, I needed a new purse. So, yeah, he really sprung for it. Juicy Couture. But look at the inside where the money goes. Isn't that so nice? It comes with a little gold Juicy Couture keychain, but my daughter also gave me, she got a set of these little keychains with different types of food with faces on them because she loves that. So she gave me this one because I love noodles. So isn't that so gorgeous? There's a backstory to this, which is on the first Christmas, me and Andy were dating each other. He bought me a Juicy Couture purse all the way from America, and I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. It was like a real one, you know. When I was 18, I didn't have any money, so all of my Juicy Couture were fakes. So he was like, I got you a Juicy Couture purse, but it's coming from America, and I was like, oh my god. Yeah, I was pretty blown away. So this is like an homage to that first Christmas we were together, and it is a real one as well, so you know. So that's all my gifts, yes. And I wanted to add something as well, just in case anybody watches this video and thinks that it's serious. It's just a joke. I'm just joking around for a laugh, okay? I'm not really complaining about anything. All that's important at Christmas is that you're all healthy and that you're together, and I know that. This video is purely entertainment purposes. It's just joking around, and I am very grateful for everything that I got and for having a tumble dryer at all, and for us all recovering from our sickness. I'm very grateful for those things. So please don't take it seriously. Don't take anything I say seriously. It's just meant to be a joke. All right, I think that is everything that I got. I feel like a rich 14-year-old doing my Christmas haul, right? It's so glitz and glammy. So now I need to plan ahead. I need to plan a little pamper night for myself. Get a long bath going, my new jammies. You know the jam. So listen, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. Thank you for coming along today on my little rant. I hope that I balanced complaining and fun. I hope there wasn't too much complaining and more fun than complaining. I tried. And I'll maybe see you soon, because I think I might do a video next week about like New Year's Eve plans and stuff like that, once I figure out what my goals and plans are for 2025. But making my dream board tonight with the kids, that will help that for sure. So have a lovely night, you guys. Take care. Bye bye.